Good afternoon, everybody. Boy, what a difference a day makes, or a week makes, or however you want to look at it. The market absolutely ripped today. All three of the Defiance funds that I cover in this update were max profit, for sure max profit, well into max profit. Oh my gosh, look at this chart of the S&P 500. You know, there's last week's peak right here around 48.40. And there's the lowest point we were at last week, which was Friday morning, early in the morning. Then we rallied Friday afternoon, but anyway, rallied and then chopped around the rest of the day. But today was just an absolute face ripper. The S&P's made back, it looks like, probably 2/3 of the fall from last week. Now, and it looks like the Nasdaq's made about half back. The Russell 2000 is the weakest on a comparative basis. It's only made back, I'd say a quarter of the drop. So we shall see. The week's young. Anything can happen tomorrow. Just because they go up one day doesn't mean anything. It's just one day, but it is good for these darn funds to make some money after last week. All right, let's review real quick. Here is the JEPY. These guys trade S&P options. They were looking for a close of 47.05 or above to make max profit on their options. Well, they closed at 47.63, so they had like 50 points to spare. That they made $355,000, and that equals 6 cents a share. And on a cumulative EPS basis, they're down a cent for the month. So they're back to break even. So that's good. If it only wasn't for last week's bad action, you know, that it'd been great. But we had to make up for those losses last week. The Nasdaq had some serious losses last week. They needed to close. The Nasdaq is what QQQY trades. So these guys, the options they sold were max profit if they closed at 16,340 or above. And the Nasdaq closed at 16,649. So that's well above. These guys made 1.5 million, which is 43 basis points or 7 cents a share. That makes their cumulative earnings per share. Somehow I think this number's wrong. Stay on here with me and I'll figure it out real quick. 5, 7, 2, 25, 40, 45. Yeah, they lost so much last week. They're still underwater 32 cents. So I'll check that before my next update to make sure. But that does look like it's within the realm of possibilities. All right, well, let's look over here at the IWMY, which is what these guys trade Russell options. So they sold a Russell put at the 1960 level. So that means they want a price of 1960 or above to achieve max profit. We ended up on the day at 1984.80, so that's well above. These guys made $715,000 or 70 basis points or 13 cents a share, and that's bringing their cumulative running. Their cumulative running EPS is still way underwater, so still have some more work to do on that one for sure, but at least we're going the right direction. We were underwater 96 cents, you know, yesterday. Now we're only underwater 82 cents, so we'll see. I'll be watching this all month long, 3 times a day. And then I also do a nightly update where I talk more in depth about some of the strategies. That's called Late Night with Max and Jax if you guys are interested. It usually comes on about 10 o'clock Central Time. And I also stay on when it's premiering and I answer questions in the live chat. So join me then if you guys are interested. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow morning about 8 or 8:30 for the first of the 3 updates on tomorrow's trades. These guys trade daily options. So these options I'm talking about today have expired. There'll be a whole new set of options tomorrow we can talk about. And hopefully more profit tomorrow. We shall see though. Thank you very much and have a wonderful afternoon.